There are speculators that speculate on the speculators, and that's what determines the price of silver. All right, it's what's today? What is Tuesday? Monday, Tuesday, December 3rd. No redos. And this is the video log that takes 30,000 to a million. Now I normally know what the date is, and sometimes I think about what I'm gonna say first before I start recording. But today's not one of those cases. Obviously, let me turn down the heater a little bit because I'm so prepared for this. And there's some extra noise here. So after I take you through the account, and today I want to just briefly talk about the silver market and how one of my hypotheses, theories of the market getting to price everything in eventually starts working through, and it's showing up right now in the silver market as it relates to the S&P 500. So here's the account, and the account is showing 73,000 and almost 700 bucks. I was actually a little bit higher at the end of the day here, about 73,800 something, but in the after hours, Apple and some other things dropped, and it hasn't been reflected in the options yet. So realistically, I'm sitting a little bit above this level. But even if we count this level right here, 0.15% down versus the market, which is down 0.76. So technically, I'm beating the market nicely today. Let's actually see what it's like over the week, because I know I'm down over the week. Market is down 1.7% over the week so far, and I am down. What am I down? 0.7. So I'm beating the market by 1%. It's nice to finally be ahead of the market after having kind of a bad month. Well, let's take a look at it if you're curious. So my month is pretty much flat, negative 0.13, and the overall market, S&P 500, SPY is the ETF that tracks it, is actually up 0.5%. So I'm losing very slightly to the market in the last month. I'm crushing it over the last 3 months and 9 months, etc. But and okay, fine, I'll show you. All right, this is the year. For my account, it is 35%, and the market, SPY anyways, is up over the last year only 4.5%. So crushing it. There was a question about wondering how much of that my market appreciation is due to Apple. This is the account, the old time. I started taking this account pretty seriously August 28th, so somewhere around here, and since then it's grown about $20,000. So how much of this is Apple? I would say about $5,000 to $10,000 is worth. I'd say 5,000 actually for stock appreciation, and another 5,000 option related activities probably is due to Apple. But some of them have been on the bearish side, some of them on the bullish side. I did buy one call in there. I've sold some call options against my shares of Apple. I've also bought and sold like 10 shares, 15 shares here and there for some profit. So it all adds up to about $10,000. It's not like I just bought Apple right here and then rode it all the way to its current level at 260. In fact, I've been losing money a little bit, and as it's been going up lately in the last month or so. That's why I'm not beating the market, because I've taken out my gains. So it's not really due to Apple so much. In fact, though, if I did just buy Apple with my entire account, I would be in a much better position now. I would have my account grown more than what it is, more than these 40-some%, whatever it is, because Apple grew by more than that. So I'm not doing as well as Apple, okay, but I'm beating the market, S&P 500, which is my measure. I like to beat the market. So let's see what happened in the account. Plus $35 from EXK. This option is doing all right. I bought some silver calls, and so far I'm up 15%, 16% on those options, or $95. So we'll see what happens until April. Let's see. Apple is down almost $800, but as you can see, my account is not down by that much. It's only down by 100. which tells you that I didn't even participate on the upside, nor am I participating on the downside of Apple so much right now. Negative $750. The options are giving me plus 514, so overall minus 250. What happened is the Apple call got devalued a little bit. All right, what else is happening in the account? There's a lot of red, but just small red numbers here and there. They add up to a bit. Silver miners are up, and precious metals up $13, and chemical up $48. I think the options stayed pretty flat here. Yep, zero movement in today's options. Overall, the options are winning $200 right now. So all these option plays, I've already got most of the value out of them. Now I'm just waiting for them to expire to collect $8 here, $3 here, $3 here, $5 here, etc. And I'm gonna wait it out. I'm not in a rush, so I'll take it. If it happens to reverse itself, I'll just end up buying or selling the option. I'm okay with that. Normally, common practice is to make sure that you exit the trade whenever you've gotten most of your gains. So in this case, I've gained 83.9%, which is close to 85% of the option value. And normally what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to exit because it's not worth the risk, right? The gamma is too much right now for it to be worth holding on to this 100, to these options. But I like to hold all the way till the end because I really don't mind losing on that trade, quote unquote losing. But it's not really losing when you sell options, puts, and calls, is because you actually either get to sell something that you think it's a little bit overvalued, or you get to buy something that's a little bit undervalued. So I don't mind waiting. I just don't mind it. All right, so now what's going on here with the relationship between the market and the silver market? So as I noted, the last time there was a drop in the market and last time we had a silver spike, it happened almost coincided, right? So whenever the market went down, silver started going up, and you had a nice big blast off of the bottom. And I've talked about that many times, how and why silver might catch a bid after a market downturn. Briefly, I'm going to go over it. So whenever the market comes down, that means that theoretically there's going to be less economic activity, and the base metals, the ones that are responsible, the demand would fall for the base metals. Therefore, mines would get shut down for the base metals, and most of the supply for silver is coming from base metal mines. Therefore, the supply for silver will be constricted, and therefore less of it would hit the market, and less silver. Assuming the demand is the same for silver in a downturn, then the demand would start winning against the supply, and therefore the prices would rise. So that was kind of fast. I've done a different video about it. Maybe I talked about it like twice or three times already, so I'm just doing it real quick. And so what's been happening now is this effect used to be pretty commonplace, but now it's starting to get priced in. And last time it started getting priced in, and that's why we had the spike last year, at the beginning of the year. Is exactly because the dynamic, people are starting to figure this out and start to front run it. And what's and because the speculators, right, are front running all this, all the future activity that I just described is already baked into the price, and now they're just waiting for it to play out. And sometimes they overshoot, like they overshot last time, and let's see if they'll overshoot this time or not. Betting that they probably won't, and silver will only go up to like $18, $19 again, and start leveling off again. So that would be my guess, because silver investors, speculators have gotten burned a little bit after the initial rally. If they hadn't sold, then when it plays out, the demand doesn't actually, or the supply doesn't actually decline by that much, or the demand of base metals doesn't decline as well. So nothing too much different happens. The last couple of downturns of the markets have been kind of a fake out, short-term corrections, and it didn't really affect the economics. There are secular trends that affect the economics of the metals, like China manufacturing, this and that, and all these influences of how much money is being pumped into construction and things like that. But other than that, the markets haven't really forecasted like a big sudden change in the economy. So, but my point is that today silver went up, and it looks like it's going to go up tomorrow as well, at least a little bit, at the expense of the market. And so, what speculators are doing now is they're almost front running these little weaknesses in the market and trying to bid up the silver before the actual speculators bid up silver, right? So there are speculators that speculate on the speculators, and that's what determines the price of silver. All right, so I might clip that for the front of the video. So anyway, that's what's going on, and I'm fine with it. Once it reaches a certain level, I'm probably gonna sell some stuff. I still have a bunch of EXK gotta get rid of on this account and on my other account. EXK has been very unfriendly to me, but I think it's still gonna catch a bid with the price of silver rising because of the speculation of the speculation. So yeah, it should be a good opportunity for me to exit some of these trades. And of course, I have silver going up now. I'm just playing the metal itself, not so much the miners. So I have the options for silver till April, so we'll see what happens. But if this correlation continues and we have a nice healthy correction on the markets following the news that China deal isn't going to be coming anytime soon, Santa Claus isn't going to bring China deal to Christmas. So maybe the speculation of silver will increase. All right. I think that's it for now. I'm just making a quick video right now, and probably make another one on Thursday or Friday. All right, players. That's it. Peace out.